How to never be jobless again. Have you have you ever wondered why some people are consistently seem to find employment, or they never miss an opportunity to work, be it in the corporate world or in other sectors that are not corporate? And this group of people, regardless of the economy, regardless of the state of the economy, these people will always seem to find a placement. They will always seem to find a job. And what I've come to learn and realize over a long period of research and observation is that it's it's not luck. These people have positioned themselves strategically. They have learned skills that are unique. They have acquired uh, specific knowledge. There are two kinds of knowledge. There's the general knowledge, what we learn in school, then the specific knowledge, what we are taught in school, but we learn through experience, we learn through exposure, we learn through our interaction with our work and our interaction with the people that we interact with. So for 2 3 years now, I've been helping professionals, especially teachers, nurses, and mid-career workers to transition from high-end demand jobs to other income-generating roles, and without having to wait for a job. And so I've put together masterclass, and that's what we're sharing in this video, a comprehensive article on how do you never have to look for a job again. I will leave a link in the description if you would like to have a look at it. So this is a 7-step strategy, a proven 7-step strategy on steps that you can take to ensure that you never have to look for a job again. And this has been done through research and, of course, observing the market. And step number one is start with market research. Based on the skills that you have, what does the market need? If you have done music, for example, as a course or as a career, your work, the first priority is you having to look at the market and ask yourself one question: with respect to what I've done, what does the market need? Because the market will always pay you in regard to the value that you give to that particular market. So everything must always start with market research. What does the market need? Now, the job market is not a guessing game, and empl- employers are already telling you exactly what they need. If you look at job adverts, if you look at job openings, if you look at positions that have to be filled, the employers or the companies or the organizations are always telling you what they particularly need. So these action steps will enable you to carry out market research. So the action step, the first one, that you have to go through job descriptions on just those particular jobs. Look for on places like LinkedIn, on places like Brighter Monday, Glassdoor, or Fuzu, all those job websites or all those job sites. Every job always has got a description, and they'll tell you that they want someone who is good in marketing, someone who is good in sales, someone who is good in procurement, someone who is good in CRM, and in all those other details. So that is the first thing that you have to do. That's the need that the market has. That's the void that you as an individual has to go and fill in that particular market. So step number two, pay attention to the required and preferred skills. Those skills in that particular job description, they are those preferred skills that the job advert will always say someone with these skills is more preferred. So pay keen attention to those particular skills. And then step number three, talk to people in the industry. If you know someone in marketing, if you know someone in sales who is in that particular industry, talk to that particular person and ask them what is it that this particular job, what are some of the requirements that are needed in this particular job. You can as well reach out to to HR professionals on LinkedIn. And today the world is global, but is you can reach anyone on a mobile phone. So reach out to people, ask them what are the required skills in each and every particular job, and then find what tools or platforms their teams are using. This will just enable you to be in contact with them and have a conversation and get to ask what is it that this particular job needs, what does this particular job need. So, for example, if you come across if 5 job advertisements are mentioning data visualization or customer experience, realize that that's not a trend, but that's now it's not just a trend, but it's a market demand in either data visualization or customer experience. And it means that you can now go and study, be a master, do mastery in that particular concept. So, market research ensures that you are not just learning randomly, that you are aligning your skills, you are aligning your growth in regard to real world relevance. You are learning skills, you are upskilling or you are reskilling with in respect to what the market actually needs. Step number two after market research is that you master high demand core skills in your industry. We've gone through those particular ads and the types of skills that they need. So the next step is to become a master in those particular skills. Now that you know the market trends, now that you know what the particular industry needs, you choose one core skill. If it's data visualization that you have talked about, if it's sales, if it's marketing, that one skill that will solve a big problem or improve performance in that particular field or in your industry. I have a couple of examples that I would like us to go through. For a teacher, an example for a teacher, that skill might be things like instructional design, you knowing how to design the learning processes, e-learning development, the ability to convert learning into online learning platforms, or something like digital curriculum creation. For someone in finance or administration, this could be skills like Excel or data analysis, bookkeeping or software development, or business reporting. For a customer role, something like a customer executive, this could be things like email automation, conflict management, CRM tools, for example. Now, this becomes your anchor skill. This becomes you are the to go to skills, your massive skills that leads your like your headline. This becomes your re- reputation. Now, where do you learn this skill? The first free platform that you can learn these skills is YouTube. YouTube is free, YouTube is fast, YouTube is current, and it's readily available to anyone who's willing to learn. Another platform is a platform like Udemy or Skillshare. Then another one is a platform like Coursera or EDX. These platforms have got a lot of courses that are updated on a daily basis, updated on an hourly basis, and they've got a lot of content, a lot of free content that will enable you to stand out. And my advice is that don't just consume information, but practice. Practicing is what will make you perfect. So build projects, carry out, solve real world problems, and apply the skill that you've learned on a daily basis. Step number three, stack 2 to 3 complementary micro skills. It's not just enough knowing one skill. It's not just enough being known for one skill. People who are always sought for in the job market are people who have stack lot of skills. So the thing is, this concept is known as skill stacking, and it's one of the most effective ways to increase your marketability without needing a full degree. Someone who has done skill A, B, C, D in a particular course is you realize that they are very valuable as compared to someone who has done a master's just in that one particular course. A quick example: if your core skill is sales, you can stack skills like negotiation and strategy. You can stack skills like buyer psychology. You can stack with skills like CRM automation. If your core skill is graphic design, you can stack it with the social media strategy. You can stack it with video editing. You can stack it with content writing. If your core skill is teaching or instructional design, lecturer or a tutor, or those you are in the teaching industry, you can stack it with skills like curriculum design. You can stack it with LMS. You can stack it with basic video creation for e-learning purposes. Now, how do you choose which skill to stack? Look at the recurring keywords in the job advertisement. Analyze the task performed by people in your dream role, and then ask, what other skills would support or enhance or multiply the results of my core skill? Where do you learn these skills? We already talked about these platforms. YouTube is free and is readily available. Udemy is a free platform. Of course, you'll have to pay for courses, and we have got Skillshare. They'll give you a 1 month free to learn any particular skills. Then we've got even LinkedIn Learning, which will give you free resources for learning. Now, if you stack 3 to 4 skills, this will make you to stand out instantly, be it in interviews, be it in pitches, be it in clientele work. Look at this, for example. All of you go to an interview and all of you have done marketing, all of you have done sales. What is it that will make you get that particular opportunity? What is it that will make you get that particular job? Is the extra skill that you've done? Is the certificate on negotiation and strategy? Is the certificate on buyer psychology that you've done that will enable you to stand out as compared to all other people who have done that particular degree in sales or in marketing? Step number 4, after you've stacked your skills, now people have to know who you are and what you do. That's why step number 4 is make yourself visible both online and offline. There's a saying that says, you are not jobless, you are just not visible to the right people or to your prospective employer. Visibility is equals to opportunity. Really, that once you build your skill set, document what you know. Share mini tutorials, create a quick tips for Q&A, and then post case studies of what you've learned in your learning projects. You can use platforms as LinkedIn for professional. You can use platforms like TikTok or YouTube Shorts that is engaging for either short form or long form. You can use platforms like Skillshare as well as medium.com if you prefer just writing. I'll leave links to all the platforms that I'm mentioning in the description for you to have a look. For the offline visibility, attend industry events, attend workshops or panels, attend career meetups or co-working events. And I always say, let people see your value before they see your CV. Let people see what you can do in the real world before they see what you can do on paper, because this will give you credibility and give you future-proof your particular skill. Step number 5 is build a portfolio to prove your skill. You've learned, you've acquired knowledge. Now it's time to show what you've learned, and you'll not be explaining to people every now and then, but you're supposed to build a portfolio, a platform where it shows how credible you are in your particular field. So a portfolio will basically build credibility faster than a CV will do, and it answers this particular question: what can you do Can you do what you say you can do? Basically, that's what a portfolio will do. If you say that you can design, if you say that you can develop websites, or you can sing or produce music, or onboard a client, what is it that will show your potential client that you can really do that particular work? So, what do you include in your portfolio? You include mini projects, what you've done, include mock case studies, include templates or tools that you've created, include the before and after examples, and then include testimonials or results. You can use the following tools. Canva is free, Notion is free, Behance free, GitHub, and then Google Drive. Similarly, I'll leave those links for you in the description for you to have a look at. Step number 6, second last step. Now that you've acquired all this knowledge, you've researched and realized that your knowledge is indeed in demand, it's required, you turn your skills into paid digital courses. Remember, at the end of the day, you want to serve people, but as you serve people, they have to pay you. So this at this stage, you've gained experience, you've created projects, you've built visibility. Now it's time to monetize your knowledge by creating paid courses. A quick example: if you've done Excel, you've mastered Excel, you can create a course on mastering Excel for school administrators. You can create a course on mastering Excel for junior entry managers, and make your course practical, make your course effective, and make your course faster. Make it be accessible faster. Now, why is it why do I advocate for paid courses? Because courses will create passive income while you focus on other work. So that, remember, we are saying that you don't have to go and look for a job. So courses will create passive income. Courses will enable you to build authority and personal brand, and then courses will give you financial freedom. If you sell one or two courses in a month, or 3 to 4 courses in a month, you'll have the financial freedom that you need to do other things. Where do you sell courses? You can sell courses on Payhip, you can sell them on Podia, on Udemy, or even on a platform like Gumroad. That's a free platform. The tools that you can use to create courses are Loom or OBS, Canvas, free of charge, Google Docs, or Notion. Start with creating short courses, 1 to 2 hours of content, and price them affordably, and then expand into a full program based on the feedback that you get. And this one is a hint or a tip. Once once your course is live, once your course is published, share with your audience, share with the people who follow you that have created this particular course and can help you do ABCD. You can do that on LinkedIn, you can do that on TikTok, you can do that on YouTube through short videos, tips, testimonials, and just add the links to the course that you've created. As you create courses, remember this, that people never pay you for information. Information is free and available all over. People pay for transformation. So you have to design a course, or you have to design a program that will cause transformation to people. That it will take someone from this level and take them up to this particular level. That is the transformation that people are always seeking for. The last step is, I call it, I don't call it like, but I love using it. It's known as permissionless apprentice method. Now, what does this method talk about? This method says that if you've learned a skill in a particular field and you realize that you are so good in it, don't wait for your employer or your prospective employer to come and look for you. You reach out to them first and perform a task, perform a job. For example, find a company or a leader that you love to work with. Step number 2, identify a small problem that they have. Of course, work related. Then you create a solution to that problem. This can be a sample, a demo, or an idea. Just a simple solution that will help them, and then send it to them without being asked. Find a problem, create a solution, and then send the solution to them. This means that you are giving value before being asked, before asking for anything. You can frame your statement this way. Say, hi, my name is so and so, and I noticed a certain problem in your job, and I've created this solution to help you. If it's useful, I would love to support you in a more in-depth or in a more meaningful manner. Most people will thank you for that, for your effort. Some will ignore you, but the right ones will either hire you or they will refer you to a prospective client or a prospective employer. This is my final thought. You Many a times the system has taught us that you need the education system and the masters and the you don't need the degrees. You need a strategy that will help you build, that will help you showcase and monetize your skills and your expertise. Now, what I've shared in this video, it's in one of my coaching programs. It's called Activate and Monetize Your Potential. And it's designed to help you identify your skills and turn them into income generating services or products. It helps you build a strong personal brand. It helps you learn real world marketing and monetization strategies. It helps you to launch your first offer with confidence in a period of 4 weeks. So I'll leave the link in the description for you to have a look at it. Thank you for sticking around up to this particular time.